This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. In this video we will discuss advantages and disadvantages of flowcharts, as we have discussed in the previous videos. Definition of flowcharts and how a flowchart works, what are the guidelines of using flowchart, and how all the symbols are used in an appropriate way, what are the flow lines and how the flow lines work, in which directions, and we also discussed how to write and how to modify and how to write all the flowchart, that it should be clear, neat and easy to follow, because in this way, if the flowchart is not neat and clear, then the understanding cannot be cleared. So we must keep in our mind while drawing a flowchart all these guidelines. Now we will discuss the advantages of flowchart. The first advantage we will discuss is with the help of a flowchart, the logic of an algorithm can be described more effectively. Number two, as flowcharts are part of the design document, hence maintenance of operational programs becomes easier. Number three, flowcharts act as a guide for the program development. Therefore, they help the programmer to put efforts more efficiently on the underlying problem. Number four, flowchart helps in debugging process. So these are all the advantages of flowchart, and we will discuss the limitations, or we can call the disadvantages of flowcharts. We will discuss one after another. So here we are, limitations of flowcharts. So we'll discuss only two limitations. Number one is it is difficult to draw flowchart for complex problem. Number two, and if alterations are required, the flowchart is to be redrawn. So it is obvious that whenever there is an alternation is required, the flowchart can be redrawn, and for a complex problem it is not recommended that we are going to draw a flowchart, because the flowchart becomes more complex. The more complex the flowchart, the more complex the program can be developed. So now we'll discuss for a flowchart to find the sum of first 50 natural numbers. Here is a flowchart I've already drawn for you guys. So you can see that there are symbols we have discussed earlier in our previous video, that there is a start of a flow chart and an ending of flow chart always represented with the help of an oval symbol. So you can see that these are also called terminals, start and end. Then we need to find the sum of first 50 natural numbers. First of all, we should know what is the definition of a natural number. All numbers starting from 1 till n finite number are called natural numbers. We need to show the sum of 50 natural numbers. We have discussed an algorithm for the same problem earlier, and I told you guys all that algorithm in detail. I'm going to discuss the flowchart of the same problem. So first we have used a variable named sum and assigned a value 0. So 0 is stored in sum in this flowchart symbol. So there you can see that it's a rectangular box and it is used to represent the processing of a flowchart. So here the process is that there's some assignment is done. So 0 is assigned and stored to a variable named sum. So in this next symbol you can see the again processing symbol, the rectangular symbol, and here the value 0 is assigned to variable name, and the same process is done over here at this stage. In the next step, in the next symbol, you can see again the same processing symbol. Here we are actually assigning n plus 1. The whole expression is assigned and stored to the variable n. So you know the assignment rule that always the right hand side value or expression or any constant is always assigned and stored to the left hand side. So the whole expression n plus 1 is now stored to the variable named n on the left hand side. Here in this stage, at this stage you can see that there's an expression sum plus n. So this whole expression is now assigned and stored to this variable sum at the left hand side. So here we are checking the value n equal to 50, and we are checking whether the condition becomes true or false. In case of that condition becomes true, the value of sum will be displayed, which is the final value we're going to display on the screen as a result, which will be showing the sum of first 50 natural numbers. How it is done we will discuss in detail. And if the condition becomes no, then what will happen? The arrow, you can see the flow lines, it is going upward and then to the right hand side, and now this process will be repeated, and this both this process will be repeated until the value of n becomes 50. So n will be incremented by 1 every time, each and every time, till it reaches the value of 50. Once the value of n becomes 50, then the value of sum will be displayed on the screen. So in this way we can get the sum of the first 50 natural numbers. Let's see, we are going to interpret it. Let's see how it is done. So first we will discuss step by step. In the first oval symbol start, or we can see that the first oval symbol is used to start the flow chart. The second rectangular box used for processing, and here 0 is assigned to the variable named sum at the left hand side. The third rectangular box is used for processing symbol. This one, third one, it's used for processing. Here 0 is assigned to the variable named, and at the left hand side, at the fourth rectangular box, is used for processing, and here expression n plus 1 is assigned to the variable named n at the left hand side. So the rule of assignment operation is that the right hand side value is always assigned to the left hand side value. So the right hand side can be any expression, constant, or variable, or any value that can be assigned to the left hand side. But then the left hand side, there can be only a variable which is going to store the anything mentioned at the right hand side. This is the rule of assignment operation. Now we'll discuss the fourth. So we can call it first oval symbol. The second we can call it the first rectangular box, or they can call it the second, and then we can call it the third. And here now we'll discuss the fourth rectangular box, this one. So we're going to discuss over here. The fourth rectangular box is used for processing, and here expression sum plus n is assigned to the variable named sum at the left hand side. The first diamond symbol, I can see there's only one diamond. It's diamond symbol is used to check whether the value n becomes equal to 50, and as soon as it becomes 50, the next symbol will be executed, and the value now stored in variable named sum will be. So I'm just discussing all the flow. The flow is actually from the top to the bottom, so I'm discussing one after another what will be executed after what. So I'm now at this stage. As soon as the value of the n becomes 50, the value stored in the variable sum will be displayed on the screen. That's what we want, the sum of the first 50 natural numbers. And after that, we can see the next symbol oval for n, which means that now the flow chart is ended. But in case the condition becomes false and does not become equal to, or we can call it does not reach value of 50, then the we can call it, but in case n does not become equal to, or we can see does not reach the value of 50, then the condition becomes false, and then the arrow line will switch the flow to the, here we can see the third one, the third rectangular box. Where n+1 will be repeated, and it means now the value of n becomes 2, and then 3, and then 4, till it reaches and becomes equal to 50. And at the same time you can see that the next rectangular box is adding the sum of the all natural numbers starting from 1 till 50, and in the end we will get the required result in the form of first sum of first 50 actual numbers. So this is the whole explanation, the interpretation of the flow of the execution of the flow chart, how it is executed step by step, symbol after symbol, and how it is actually executed. This is the purpose of telling you guys that how this flow chart will work and will give us the total of the first 50 natural numbers. So that's all for today, and thanks for watching.